Federation invests in growing businesses that meet our social and economic need in sectors like healthcare, renewable energy, childcare, real estate. The team invests in areas where we have a long and detailed experience. The core of the Federation team has been investing together since 2011. The core of the investment team is from Macquarie Group, and if I look at the things that Federation is doing, it aligns with about 90% of the areas that Macquarie Group makes its proprietary profits from. Federation has a profound set of immediately addressable investment opportunities in front of us. People have asked, with our capital raising, what's the right number to raise? And I try and answer that by what can we deploy in a relatively quick period of time. A good outcome for us would be to raise a couple of $100 million, because over the next 3 to 4 months, we have $200 million of investment opportunities that we can immediately address. If we raise less, we'll raise less, deploy it, and then redecide what we do. If it is that investors choose to allocate more to us, we'll have to have a good hard think about what it is that we want to do, because what we don't want to be doing is changing the way that we invest, the types of companies that we invest, the risks that we take, and the ways that we operate. Federation is a firm that seeks to protect our investors' capital before we turn our eye to making money on that investment. So by contrast to a lot of other private equity firms, my team does not actively pursue investments in consumer products companies or retailers or in agriculture. We don't have detailed experience in these sectors, so we are not thinking that we are the most active and best deployer of capital into those sectors for our investors. By contrast, however, we've got deep experience in heavy asset classes, real estate, renewable energy, and we think that we can get private equity style returns from a downside protected level of having heavy asset backing in some of these instances. Our investment committee process is fierce. Out of the set of investments that were brought through to investment committee, and 130 investments were brought to investment committee in our first 12 months, we approved less than 2% by value. So there is it's like running the gauntlet, getting through investment committee at Federation, because the fund manager's capital is invested in alongside our investors' capital. We're investing our own money, and we approach things from a proprietary mindset. The final area where we try and protect investors' capital is in the negotiating of the terms that we apply when it is that we invest into a deal. If it's a shareholders agreement, what the rights that Federation has in those shareholders agreement relative to other investors, for example. These things are important, because when push comes to shove, you need to sometimes fall back on these things to make sure you can be doing the right thing with your investors' money.